Hey guys, how are y'all doing? Hope you're doing fine. Today we are going to be studying what elements are. So in the previous video, we learned that pure substances are made up of the same type of particles. For example, this pink box is made up of pink only. There is no blue color or green color inside it. Only pink color. It is made up of only one type of color. Like that, pure substances are only made up of one type of particle. They're made up of the same particles. They're made up of the same type of particles. They're made up of one type of particle only. Okay, great. Now, elements. Elements have the same definition as pure. So, so elements also are made up of the same type of particles like pure substances. They are basically copycats. Element is like a subdivision of pure substances, which has the same definition as a pure substances. Okay, y'all? Okay, great. So, these are the first 20 elements. These are the most important. These are so important. These are important till 10th grade. That's why memorize these that's why memorize these 20 elements till 10th grade. First element is hydrogen, which is H, helium, which is He, lithium, which is Li, beryllium, which is B, boron, which is B, carbon, which is C, nitrogen, which is N, oxygen, which is O. Wait, what? Nitrogen and fluorine, which is F, neon, which is Ne. Neon is not N, it is Ne. Wait, neon, which is Ne, sodium, which is Na, magnesium, which is Mg, aluminum, which is AlCPS, and all that, blah blah blah. So, hydrogen. So, I know these are all very confusing to memorize. That's why we are going to be learning how symbols were made. So it will be easier for you to memorize this thing. Yay! How not fun! How boring! So, how are symbols made? So, for example, one element named hydrogen is discovered. Scientists need a short form for it. That short form is H. H is equal to hydrogen. But scientists discovered another element named helium. It starts with H. So scientists want to name it H. But both the elements are named H. So it will be confusing and it will be very difficult memorizing these two elements. It will be very confusing for the scientists, for the students, for the teachers, for everyone to remember the short forms of these because they are the same. So how do we so what are scientists gonna do now? Well, scientists are gonna take the first letter and second letter of the name and then see. Yeah, that's what they're gonna do. Okay, y'all? Understood? Now let's take another example. Because I want you to understand more. I just want to teach you all, okay? Don't think I have any bad intentions or something. Whenever I say wrong information in a video, I don't know that wrong information. I say it accidentally. And I provide all the information I possibly can to you all so you both so you all pass your exams. And and it becomes easy for y'all to memorize. Okay, now let's take nitrogen, neon, sodium. Yeah, let's take nitrogen, neon, and sodium. So Sodium starts with S. S. Sodium starts with S. But if sodium starts with S, why is sodium not named S? Why is sodium named Na instead of S? Why? Well, because sodium was discovered in early times. Well, because sodium was like discovered in the ancient times. Sodium was discovered Sodium was discovered very early by the people who speak a language called Latin. Okay, sodium was discovered very early by people who speak the language called Latin. And in Latin, sodium is called natrium. In Latin, sodium is called natrium. So that's why they named sodium Na. I mean, that time they didn't name sodium Na, but when the scientists found out that sodium had a Latin name named called natrium, then they named sodium Na. Nitrogen is named N because it was the first element with the letter N start because it was the first element discovered with the letter N. Neon is named Ne because it was the second element starting with the letter N. But scientists didn't. But scientists were like, "Oh my God, this also starts with N. This also starts with N. What do I do now?" So that's why, to finish that problem, scientists use the second letter of the name too. But now, sodium is there. Scientists found out sodium is called natrium in Latin because it was discovered later and the people that time called it Latin. That's why scientists also wanted to in that's why scientists were like, no, 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 no. Let's not run the name Latin. Let's name it sodium. Like scientists were like, I want to name this element sodium, but the Latin name is natrium. So how do I do this? Scientists were like that. So guys, my little brother's there. I paused the recording because my little brother is there and he's disturbing over and over again. So we have to. So guys, my little brother is gone now. So no more me pausing the video. Yay! Anyways, as I was saying, scientists when they discovered sodium, they were like, "Wow, I want to name this element sodium." But then they found that it was named natrium in Latin, and scientists were like, oh, God, I want to name it natrium also. I want to name it natrium and sodium. How can I do this? But, and she solved this. To solve this, scientists name to solve this, scientists use the first two letters of the name natrium over here, and the English name they named it. Means the first two letters of the Latin name are the symbol and the English name is the element name. So yeah, I hope you didn't get confused. Let's see one more example, guys. Last example. I know y'all are annoyed, but last example. Please. Please, please, thanks. So for the people who didn't understand, let me explain to you. Beryllium, scientists discovered beryllium, but the element, wait, no, let's not, restart. So, scientists discovered boron. Boron was the first element starting with B to be discovered. That's why it is called B. Because it is the first element with the letter B to be discovered. It is the first element which starts with the letter B to be discovered, and that's why they named it, and that's why the symbol is B alphabet. But beryllium is the second element Beryllium is the second element with the letter B starting with it to be discovered. But scientists were like, yay, now let's make beryllium symbol B. Then scientists were like, no, boron already starts with the letter B. If I make beryllium also start with the letter B, then it will be confusing and all. So that's why scientists came up with a very smart solution. They took the first letter of the name and second letter of the name, and then yeah. So no more confusion.